Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good day, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the fourth series of our SHENA webinar, held in conjunction with the World Day for Safety and Health at Work 2025. My name is Pengiran Firdaus bin Pengiran Haji Ali from the Enforcement Division of SHENA. Today's webinar is entitled Work at Height, Enforcing Safety, Empowering Industry. I am thrilled to be guiding you through this webinar session today, where we will explore on how we can elevate not just our work, but also the standards that protect lives in high-risk environments, particularly working at height, or WAH in short. Firstly, we begin by setting the stage and outlining the objectives of the webinar session. The introduction will cover this year's International Labour Organization (ILO) theme for World Day Safety and Health at Work. Next, we will review the statistics on work-related fatalities that responds to present data, particularly on fall from height fatalities. Furthermore, the National Statistics Inspections will highlight the key challenges and why they are very critical to address. Next, we will explore AI and digital tools for safety, on how AI and digital technologies can be harnessed to enhance safety performance, empowering industry to take a more proactive and effective approach in reducing incidents and building safer workplaces. And finally, we will conclude the webinar session by summarizing key takeaways. Without further ado, let us begin the webinar session. Today's conversation goes beyond scaffolds, harnesses, and checklists. Though these are undeniably important, it's about transformation. This year, the International Labour Organization has introduced a bold and timely theme for the World Day for Safety and Health at Work 2025. The title of the theme is Revolutionizing Health and Safety, the Role of AI and Digitalization at Work. This theme is especially relevant to work at height, a domain where the margin of error is small and the consequences can be life-altering. It is precisely in these high-risk environments that innovation, data, and intelligent systems can make the critical difference between a safe return home and a serious injury. This is not about replacing people. It is about equipping them, protecting them, and using data-driven insights to create safer, smarter ways of working. Building on the insights from the first webinar where Mr. Rozan shared how digitalization is transforming safety and health at work, this session will take a closer look at how this technology can directly address the challenges of work at height and elevate our collective response. Before we dive into how AI and digitalization are shaping the future of health and safety, let's take a moment to ground ourselves in the current landscape of work at height in Brunei Darussalam. In this slide, the table on the right shows the falls from height are consistently among the top causes of workplace fatalities. Incident data reveals a troubling trend as displayed on the left, where nearly year-on-year fatalities from falls have occurred since 2013. Though the fatalities have reduced over the last 4 years, the graph demonstrates the concerning trend whereby, number 1, fall from height fatalities happen almost every year. Number 2, work-related fatality at construction worksite occurs every year. And thirdly, at least one fatality comes from construction industry. Majority of the fatalities are from work at height activity. Hence, this continues to be a major occupational safety concern. Work at height remains one of the most dangerous and persistent challenges in occupational safety. No matter how advanced our industries become, one truth remains: gravity is unforgiving. As mentioned on the previous slides, work at height remains one of the leading causes of workplace incidents, and from this slide, our inspections over the last 3 years have highlighted that this area continues to demand serious attention. This slide provides national inspection data gathered by SHENA between 2022 and 2024, offering us insights into recurring patterns of non-compliance. Let's begin by looking at the bar chart on the left. This visual tracks the yearly number of inspections and how many of those involve workplaces with WAH-related concerns. In 2022, there were 108 inspections, with a large proportion of them flagging work at height issues. 2023 saw a slight dip in total inspections to 82, yet the pattern of WA concerns remained consistent. By 2024, we recorded 100 inspections, once again with a notable number of workplaces not meeting the required standards for working at height. What is important to observe here is that despite slight changes in inspection numbers, the issue of work at height non-compliance has not gone away. It remains a persistent trend. Now let's move to the pie chart on the right. This summarizes the overall inspection findings for the 3-year period. A total of 290 inspections were conducted. Out of these, 201 workplaces, that's nearly 70%, were found to have one or more WA-related safety concerns. This is an alarmingly high percentage. Let's talk about what these concerns typically involve. Some of the most frequent issues reported include inadequate fall protection system, either not provided improperly used or poorly maintained. Poor edge protection, especially on elevated work platforms where guardrails were missing or incomplete. And unsafe access or egress routes. For example, workers using makeshift ladders, unsecured scaffolding, or poorly lit stairways. Therefore, what does this tell us? These are not obscure or complex technical failures. These are basic safety fundamentals, and their absence put lives at risk. It's especially concerning because most of these risks are preventable. With proper planning, trained supervision, and strict adherence to safety protocols, many of these issues can be eliminated before anyone even climbs up a ladder or steps onto scaffolding. As safety professionals and stakeholders, we must ask ourselves, are we doing enough to enforce safety expectations? Or are we allocating the right resources to supervise and maintain safety systems? Work at height is always high risk, but it does not have to be dangerous. These statistics are more than just numbers. They are a reminder of the work we still have to do to protect every individual who works above ground level. Now, having shed the lights on the national statistics pertaining to work at height concerns, let's dive into how the concept of applying the role of AI and digitalization at work can help address these concerns. This slide brings together 4 key digital innovations that have the potential to reshape safety in work at height environments. Starting from the top, AI-driven risk assessment. AI tools are now capable of analyzing past incidents, site conditions, and environmental data to predict risk in real time. This means we can intervene before a hazard escalates, turning risk assessment from reactive to predictive. These tools also analyze real-time data to predict hazards and validate safe conditions before any permit to work is issued. Next, smart PPE and wearables. This includes harnesses with fall sensors, helmets with impact detectors, and health monitors that tracks fatigue or exposure to heat. The key benefits? Immediate alerts and real-time situational awareness that can save lives in critical seconds. This detects falls, monitor workers' vital signs, and alert supervisors to heat, fatigue, or toxic exposure, all in real time. The third, immersive training using VR and AR. These technologies enable workers to practice dangerous procedures in a safe virtual space. Augmented reality can also guide workers on site by showing hazard zones, anchor points, or instructions live through smart glasses. Virtual reality allows workers to train for complex, high-risk tasks in a completely safe environment, and augmented reality provides live overlays like hazard warnings during actual work. Finally, drone and robotic inspections. These tools go where humans shouldn't: rooftops, towers, confined or unstable areas. They provide high-resolution visuals and thermal scans, letting us spot problems early without sending workers into danger zones. Each of these innovations plays a crucial role in reshaping how we approach work at height. When integrated, they don't just improve safety. They create a proactive safety culture that empowers both people and industry. That's how we revolutionize safety, not just through enforcement, but through intelligent enablement. Together, these tools don't just make safety more efficient, they make it smarter. The goal isn't just to enforce safety, it's to empower the industry to stay ahead of risks before they escalate. As we look ahead of work at height safety, one thing is clear. Technology is no longer optional, it is essential. From AI-powered risk assessments to smart PPE, from immersive training modules to drone-assisted inspections, we are witnessing a paradigm shift where digital innovation complements human judgment to drive smarter, faster, and more life-saving decisions. Yet, these tools are not silver bullets. They must be implemented with critical foresight, mindful of data ethics, worker privacy, skill gaps, and the social impact of automation. Technology should amplify our safety culture, not erode it. It should empower the frontline, not alienate it. Regulators, employers, and industry leaders must work together to ensure that digitalization enhances, not replaces, human-centered safety. And workers must be given the trust, training, and the tools to strive in this transformed landscape. Lastly, we do not revolutionize safety through tools alone. We do it by embedding technology into a culture of care, responsibility, and empowerment. That is how we enforce safety, and that is how we empower industry. If you have further questions, feel free to scan the QR code. We will be addressing them, inshallah, during the live Q&A session in June 2025. Thank you for watching this webinar session. And wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a pleasant and safe day ahead.